It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock. Yeah, we're working on getting the theater. It looks like we have the opportunity to get the Harkins Theater at ASU. It's going to be about $1,500 plus about a couple $1,000 what it comes out being. But you get a nice big theater at Arizona State University there to show guns and weed and guns, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and we're working on that. We may, do it another place or something. That'd be the high end. We'll see what kind of buzz we can get for that, and we'll do it by the end of March. We'll see what happens. We'll have some fun with it. Now, the bill that Karen Johnson is talking about is when it got voted on, it finally, because what happened is when they brought it up, this is how the conversation went. First, she brought in the already existing committee on the commemorative, because Arizona's 100-year anniversary is Valentine's Day 2012. 2012, Valentine's Day. The end of the universe. So here we have the 100-year. Now, when we were talking about this, and we go to the Breakfast Club, and we bring this up, all of a sudden, a friend of mine, Dean, he goes, Ernie, I remember I have a coin like that. My dad had one somewhere. They did this in the 60s, 70s or something. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, it was a centennial commemoration of us being a territory. So I went online, eBay, and I go, commemorative, centennial, Arizona, whatever. And sure enough, there it was on eBay. Bid now at $6, $7 or buy now for $30-something. I go, boom, give me $30-something. Sure enough, had an Arizona with a Roadrunner on it and some kind of cactus and stuff. And it was a centennial celebration commemorative piece in copper that was celebration of 100 years. I got it. It was sent to me within a few days. I went down with the legislation and that coin, that commemorative medallion, because we got to be careful. We didn't call it money or coins or bullion or anything. We just called it commemorative medallion that had to be made out of copper, silver, or gold. In this case, we were promoting gold. This coin was done, this medallion was done in copper. I gave it to Senator Karen Johnson, to show other legislators. So she went around showing them this, and she's like, oh, man, they were all over it. It was already done. It was a done deal. The only person, and he was a conservative kind of guy, he's better than most, but while we were down there one time, somebody from another group they knew that we were working on this. They were the Arizona Constitutional Defense League, the pro-gunny guys, and, they got the unrestricted concealed carry thing done. Excuse me. They were there seeing me talk to one of these senators, and it was right when the Ron Paul thing had just started. Oh, that's right. So it was early 2007. It was like February, March of, no later than April of 2007. That's right. So I remember this now. And we're talking, and I'm telling them, I'm going, you guys got to get behind this Ron Paul thing. I don't think you guys see what's coming. I know you don't understand it. Well, as we're talking about this other gentleman came up lobbying for unrestricted concealed carry, which they later got a couple of years later. And he goes, yeah, how's your bill on the commemorative medallion gold thing going? And I'm going, I don't know what you're talking about, And I'm like, oh, man, I hope he doesn't blow this. That senator was the only one that voted against it. Because when they know the libertarians got something with it, they just, hook on, man. No, heck no. So it was passed almost unanimously. Then Governor Napolitano signed it. Why? Because this was the mindset that these people were under. They wanted to produce these gold medallions and give them out to their political buddies. They wanted them to give, at the time it was what, $700-800 an ounce. Now it's like almost double that. But they come up and they said, this is a great idea. We want to give it to the president and CEO of, the head of, the department of. So they already had probably 100 of them spent, just to give out as some kind of gift or something. Because this is their mindset, man. They were just spending money. So we're going, no. We want to make sure this is it. We kept putting it back in there to supply all public demand. That was essential. If you didn't do that, it just became just something for the elite. I mean, it was just more gifts from the government. And they purchased it at, and we were, within no more than 10% going into minting and cost and blah, 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 blah. I can't remember what the percentages were. But it demonstrated how a state can produce its own coins. And the value is determined by the market. And they had the option to mint them in various denominations up to 1 ounce. This is already done in Arizona law. So now they went through the design process and they're going through this and everything. Now it's coming time to do it. Secretary of State's office called Karen Johnson, the senator that introduced this originally, and called her yesterday and said, look, we're not sure we can afford to buy the gold that we need. Would you be supportive of us changing legislation to silver and copper? No, she said, and copper. So I'm going, whatever. I don't see what the problem is, because once they put these up, people will pre-order them anyway, so they'll, whatever. So I'm going, this is a mechanism by which we can become autonomous and remove our state and our economy from the monopoly of the Fed. Legal tender laws can be ignored by the state, just like what we're doing with wallet voting. Using U.S. minted coins that are 90% silver from 64 and previously. I already did this last Saturday at the Crossroads of the West Gun Show in Tucson. There was a gentleman there that was willing to trade silver. He goes, yeah, I don't care. In fact, he had on his sign, I trade in, guns, ammo, this, that, supplies, and old silver coins. So I went to him first. Now, I already needed, in our move, I knew that I needed some more big ammo cans to put some of my stuff in to move. It would have been more convenient for me. So I knew that was on my list. I was going to get me some stuff. I got some other goodies too, but that's what I wanted. That was on top of my list. In my wallet, I just happen to have 3 silver ounces. One is a Freedom's Phoenix silver medallion that I always carry with me that we had done. I got a bunch of those left, and I'm just keeping them. And then I had 2 of these old Liberties that are 0.77 ounces of silver in them. So each one of those at $30, that means that I had an ounce and a half. It's like $45 worth of silver, okay? So I'm going, all right, $45 worth of silver, and each one of those cans were $20 each. And I go, I want 3. And he goes, oh, no, you only get 2. I go, 2? Heck, I'm losing $5 just on face value. I just give you Federal Reserve notes. I'm not going to do that. Dang it. One of these guys that know what it's worth. So I'm going, yeah, nice try, buddy. And I showed him the wallet voting thing. We already had a chart sitting right there, and I'm going, see? So I just soon give you, the Federal Reserve notes and keep my silver. So he goes, all right, I'll give you one smaller additional one, a total of 3. And hold on just a second. Yeah, Bob Templeton from the Crossroads of the West is calling in. Yeah, I just want to make sure Sierra got that. So what we did is we said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 of these that's worth $45. It's a $15 discount. Are we cool with that? Yes. And I got the 3 large ones that I wanted. That's how you get a discount, because you're dealing in silver. And because it's $2. What's the taxable event on that? $2 US. Get it? So I paid what, 15 cents in taxes? Yeah.
Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.